Hi guys, back with video number 2 in a short series of kidnapping and child abduction prevention information. Um, like I said last in the first video, with summer coming, kids being out of school, they're going to be out more, so it's probably a good time to be aware of some of this information that we go over. Like I said, abductions by strangers are very rare. Uh, they're usually done by somebody that the victim knows. But they do happen, so it's good to be prepared and to have the information you're going to need if it does happen. Last time we talked about how the best way to prevent an abduction or a kidnapping is to learn how these predators operate, and we talked about the different lures they use to bring children close to them so they could do the abduction. Today I'm going to talk about places that they like to execute these type of lures. So things that you can kind of have your antennas up if you're in these places, or even avoid different places altogether. Now, one thing that abductors like to do is they study school routes. The ways that children walk to school, so they can determine which children walk alone, and also they can see if they're wearing anything with their name on it, to use that name recognition lure. So just I would recommend that if you're walking to school in the same route every day, to walk with a group of kids. Don't walk alone. That is where what the abductors looks for is children who are alone. Another place you might have your antennas up is at a school bus stop. Now, child abductors and kidnappers may even make their own presence known at the bus stop, and even get to know the children and build their trust. And this way, he can figure out which children are the most receptive to him. So be careful at the school bus stop if you see any adults hanging around there that look a little like they don't belong. Maybe just beware of them. When you're walking, be sure to just be careful around wooded areas in like a rural setting. Abductors like to hang out where nobody can see them, so they can draw the children over with one of these lures, and that makes it easier for them to get away with that. So they might try to lure you into woods or thick brush. On the same note, in a city setting, be careful around walking by alleyways and things like that, because that's on the same lines as the wooded area in a rural setting. They may try to lure you into an alley where nobody is around. I think you get where I'm going at here. They don't want anyone to see what they're doing, so they can use one of these lures on the children and finally go ahead with their abduction. Always be aware around video game rooms. Now, these places are places that there's all children in them. There's not many adults in these places. And you know what? You don't see that many of them these days. Not as much as you did in the 80s and 90s, because now obviously there's more Xboxes and things like that where kids play online and things like that. But they are out there, and if you're in a video game room and there's a strange-looking adult hanging around, you might want to be careful of that. Now, in the summertime, we see a lot of carnivals. We go to amusement parks. And these are places where children get separated from their parents quite a bit. They may, and not by mistake, they may do it on purpose. They may say, "Oh, Mom, I'm going on this ride over here," or I'm going to go play this game over there. And that's a perfect opportunity. It's crowded. Nobody is paying attention to what anyone else is doing. So it's a perfect opportunity for these predators to take advantage of children with one of their lures. And finally, always stay away, from public restrooms. Don't go into a public restroom by yourself, especially in places like on a beach or something. It's just that this is just a place where these predators like to take advantage of children. So, on that note, I'd also like to say never, ever, ever hitchhike. Okay, if you're hitchhiking, you're asking to be kidnapped. Um, you know, most people don't. There's a lot of people out there who will give you a ride in good faith if you're hitchhiking, but there's just too many. It's too big a chance to take. There's too many predators that might take advantage of you. You're making yourself very vulnerable if you're hitchhiking. Um, so I think I'll end this video here and maybe finish off with one more. So far we've gone over the different types of lures and techniques that predators use when they operate and where they like to use them. On the next video, we'll give you some tips on how to avoid the situations altogether. And yeah, maybe I'll add even a fourth video where I can, we can demonstrate some. If I can get someone to help me demonstrate some techniques that you could use, that children could use on adults that may help them escape. So if you haven't seen the first one yet on lures, if you scroll down on the page a little bit, then you should find it. And I also put up the outline of the sheet that explains different lures. I will also put up an outline of this video so you can have that for your records. As always, if you ever have any questions, please feel free to call me at the school or email me or anything. We'll see you on the next video. Thank you.